Hello everybody, I'm David with Service Matters Property Management, and this is episode 4 of your Property Moments, coming to you September 1, 2023. Yes, summer is over, school is back in session. I hope all of you who have school-aged kiddos are having a great start to the school year. I hope your summer trips and whatever else you did were wonderful, but it's time to get back to work. So, what are we talking about today? Well, today's subject is going to be obvious from the title. What to do before you buy your next investment home. That is a really long title. I should have probably run that by someone before I went with that. Anyway, as we start today, I want to share a story of something that happened a few years ago. So a few years ago, I got a phone call from a gentleman out west. He had just purchased a home in the Pensacola area. And because he wasn't familiar with the area, he was shopping around for property managers and asked if we would go out and take a look at the home for him. So I got the address, went out, and right away the red flags started just popping up. The home was not in an ideal location to start with. It was right across the street from a construction company that had all of its big equipment and containers out in the yard. They had this big high chain link fence with barbed wire around it. It just really wasn't the view you would be hoping for while you're grilling or enjoying morning coffee. And from there, things got worse, right? So I go inside. It's an older home that's been updated. But the more time we spent in the home, the more apparent it was that a lot of the updating was just cosmetic, and even the cosmetic updates hadn't been finished as tightly as they should have been. So $30,000-ish later, the home was finally ready for a tenant, and we were able to rent it, though we did have to come off the homeowner's targeted price by a few $100s. Now, why did this happen? Well, it wasn't for lack of experience. This owner is a seasoned landlord. He has investment homes all over the country. The problem was that there just weren't enough eyes on the property. He was working with a real estate agent, right? And the real estate agent did a good job for him, but there should have been more inspections and more views on the home. Now, this is not a knock on real estate agents, so don't take it for that. Real estate agents are great. They do wonderful work, but under the big umbrella of what we call real estate, there are a lot of different specializations. And just because you're working with a real estate agent who is really savvy, who has a nose for good deals and knows how to negotiate contracts and can really help you sort through the different homes that you should be looking at versus the ones that you shouldn't, even though you may be working with a really talented real estate agent, it doesn't mean that they are also talented when it comes to property management. So, as you're out shopping for real estate investments with your agent, be in touch with a property manager too. If you don't have one, give one a call up, let them know the addresses that you're looking at, ask them if the house was available to rent today, what would be the targeted price? Ask them to kind of help you look for certain obstacles that you might want to have to navigate around. A property manager will be happy to do this type of thing for you, and it can kind of give you a better sense of whether or not the home is actually going to be a good fit before you put pen to paper and sign that contract. Now, another thing that should have happened and didn't in this instance is inspections. Now, I know a lot of times we try and cut costs by avoiding inspections, but in this instance, it actually ended up costing the owner another $30,000, right? So especially when you're dealing with flipped homes, don't skimp on the inspections. If the home has a septic system, get it inspected. Have a whole house inspection done. Have a WDO inspection performed. These things are going to give you a real sense of whether or not you actually have an updated and ready to go home, or whether or not someone's just kind of put lipstick on a pig, right? You can easily be taken off guard by fresh paint and new flooring and light fixtures. You really have to get behind that to know what's happening in a house, to know whether or not it's a good deal. Following these steps, having a great real estate agent at your disposal, having a property manager who can guide you, doing those inspections, taking care of all of those things is going to ensure that when it comes time to write the contract and to actually close on the house, that you know what you're getting, and what you're getting is going to be a deal that fits your needs. I'm David with Service Matters Property Management. Hope you've enjoyed this moment. Look forward to seeing you next month. Until then, take care.